Chers diplômés, distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs, parents, amis, bonjour, welcome. I am Steve Harvey and I'm Dean of the John Molson School of Business. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this special ceremony. For our graduates, Convocation is a time to celebrate important achievements and to reflect upon the future. Indeed, you are and you as JMSB citizens of the world and leaders of tomorrow. Concordians are proud, JMSB faculty and staff are proud to see you graduate and to wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Félicitations à chacun, à chacune de nos nouveaux diplômés. Now, would everyone please join Miss Danielle Pullen, soprano, in singing of O Canada. Je vous invite à entonner avec Madame Danielle Pullen, soprano, notre hymne national au Canada.
Good afternoon, bonjour, and welcome. The French writer Anatole France said, "To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe." Today we celebrate that you have indeed accomplished great things. Nous célébrons vos actions et vos rêves, vos plans et votre croissance. And let us not just celebrate, but let us also give thanks for the family and friends that have supported you, for the lessons learned and the challenges that have made you grow. Rendons grâce pour vos expériences enrichissantes, pour vos succès et vos accomplissements. And let us look to the future, where our plans and our dreams will build a world of respect and hope and understanding. Agissons et rêvons d'un monde de paix et d'amitié. Thank you, merci. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Bonjour, good afternoon. I'm Alan Shepard and I'm the president of the university. Madame la vice-présidente du conseil d'administration, members of the board of governors, members of the Senate, members of the faculty, Madame Bertrand, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, and especially the class of 2013. Bonjour et bienvenue. It's a great pleasure to come together today to celebrate the academic and personal achievements of today's graduating class. Convocation is one of those rare rituals, such as a wedding, that mark a fundamental moment in one's life. It will speed by, trust me, and yet you are likely to remember it also for the rest of your lives. Class of 2013, I imagine that your lives have been changed forever by your time at the university, for education is transformative. I hope you're proud of your education. You've been fortunate to study in one of Canada's great urban universities, and we've been fortunate to have you here. Concordia is a vibrant ecosystem. We have some 46,000 undergraduate and graduate students from all over the world. Our more than 170,000 alumni live and work all over the planet, with more than 90,000 Concordians here in Quebec. So our community makes a very substantial contribution to Montreal, to Quebec, and the world. We pride ourselves on an environment famous for its innovation, flexibility, and real-world engagement. We pride ourselves on our growing research presence, too, for research is all about solving problems in the world with new ideas. And we pride ourselves on our teaching environments. We have a dedicated faculty who care deeply about our students and their futures, your futures. And I would like to thank our faculty for their hard work and their commitment. We are all about improving the fortunes of individuals and making the world a better place. All of us working together, students, faculty, staff, alumni, are bringing Concordia University to greater national and international prominence. Il va de soi que votre cheminement jusqu'à présent aura connu son lot de défis. L'éducation implique des changements constants. Since arriving at Concordia last August, I've had the chance to speak to many students and alumni about the university. We have a long history, right back to the late 1800s, when Loyola College admitted its first students. Since then, of course, much has changed, most especially the pace of change itself. So while our graduates this afternoon on this beautiful, beautiful day might like to think that they're finally done with formal education, and you may be, or you may not be, the need for continuing to learn is greater now than ever. I think of my own recent adventures in learning French in Jonquière and Trois-Rivières. For our new graduates, I hope that your Concordia experiences have instilled in you a great appetite for thinking for yourselves and for making the world your own. You will for sure need the entrepreneurial resilience that I associate with Sir George Williams University and its traditions as the second half of Concordia's DNA. Our DNA is indeed unique and strong, resilient, and adaptive. We're still a relatively young university, 40 years next year, but we have very strong roots and many very successful graduates. In today's ceremony, we're making a new link between Concordia's distinguished legacy and its bright future. Depuis plus de 100 ans maintenant, les racines de nos institutions fondatrices ont contribué à la réalisation d'un Québec fort et innovant. Cet esprit se poursuit encore aujourd'hui. Nos étudiants ainsi que nos diplômés œuvrent dans un environnement très compétitif et un marché mondial hyper branché. Graduates, I hope you will have the chance today to thank your families, your friends, and your loved ones for their support in reaching your goals. We are all privileged to have shared this part of your journey. Je vous invite à demeurer avec Concordia, en contact avec Concordia. Keep in touch. We need you. I offer you all my best wishes for the future. Bonne chance et félicitations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, it is with a great sense of honor and certainly no lesser pleasure that I present to you Françoise Bertrand, a stellar leader in Canada's private and public sector, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Fédération des Chambres de Commerce du Québec, and indeed an inspiring leader in the Quebec business community and for our graduates as well. Françoise Bertrand is a woman of many firsts. She has more than 30 years of experience in leading large organizations, including universities. She was the first woman to serve as President and Chief Executive Officer of the Société de Radio-Télévision du Québec, now Télé-Québec. Amongst her many accomplishments in this role was refocusing the organization's mission towards the combined goals of quality programming and solid financial results, thereby enabling the organization to assert a leadership position within Quebec's media landscape. In 1996, she was named again as the first woman chair of the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, otherwise known as the CRTC. Depuis 2003, Françoise Bertrand dirige à titre de présidente directrice générale la Fédération des chambres de commerce du Québec, le plus vaste réseau de gens d'affaires et d'entreprises au Québec qui, grâce à un réseau de plus de 150 chambres de commerce, représente plus de 60 000 entreprises et gens d'affaires œuvrant dans tous les secteurs de l'économie et ce, sur l'ensemble du territoire québécois. Tout au long de sa carrière, Mme Bertrand a siégé à de nombreux conseils d'administration pour différents organismes. Elle est actuellement présidente du conseil d'administration de Québecor Inc. Elle est aussi membre de la Commission de la santé et de la sécurité du travail et du Conseil des partenaires du marché du travail. Généreuse dans l'âme, Mme Bertrand donne son temps et son appui à de nombreuses causes chaque année. Mrs. Bertrand holds a bachelor's degree in sociology from the Université de Montréal and a master's degree in environmental studies from York University. Mr. Vice Chancellor, it is truly my privilege and honor to present to you Françoise Bertrand so that you may confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
And now I invite Dr. Bertrand to give her address.
Bon après-midi, good afternoon. Monsieur le recteur et vice-chancelier, Madame la vice-présidente du conseil d'administration, Monsieur le doyen, distingués membres du conseil et du Sénat, et chers diplômés, mais je vous parlerai tout à l'heure. C'est un réel privilège, un grand honneur que vous me conférez aujourd'hui en me décernant un doctorat honoris causa. Pendant mes années de carrière de gestion à l'UQAM, il m'est arrivé de me faire refuser une promotion parce que je n'étais pas détentrice d'un doctorat. Aujourd'hui, 25 ans plus tard, une institution sœur, parce que l'Université de Concordia a des racines chez les Jésuites aussi, par sa réputée école de gestion Molson, m'offrait une douce consolation et c'est le doctorat de l'expérience et de défis relevés avec passion et détermination que vous soulignez par votre témoignage. Croyez que je reçois cette reconnaissance avec toute l'humilité qui se doit, avec le sentiment que cette reconnaissance, je dois la partager avec tant de personnes, ma famille, mes collègues, mes amis, et tout particulièrement ma fille unique, qui tout au long de sa jeunesse a accepté de me partager avec mon travail. Merci, Julie. Chers diplômés de Concordia, I have renewed my contract for another 5 years as head of the Federation. Although I am far from retiring, I remain your elder. And thus, I would like to share with you today some of the learnings I have gathered over the years. Premièrement, j'ai pensé à mes petits-enfants et ma grand-mère. Curieuse association, penserez-vous. Mais depuis ma tendre enfance, j'ai toujours entendu que l'éducation était un privilège, notre héritage le plus précieux. Ma grand-mère croyait fermement à cette valeur, malgré sa condition modeste. De ses 7 garçons, plusieurs ont fréquenté les HEC. De ses 3 filles, aucune. C'était une autre époque. Plusieurs années plus tard, mes parents ont insisté pour que ma sœur, mon frère et moi poursuivions des études universitaires. Jeune, je ne suis pas certaine d'avoir apprécié la chance formidable que ma famille nous offrait, surtout pour une fille de ma génération. C'était, il faut le dire, exceptionnel. Pour sa part, ma fille fut encouragée par son père et moi à poursuivre son chemin dans la direction de son choix. Mais il y avait un passage obligé, celui non seulement de l'université, mais aussi d'y poursuivre un programme de maîtrise. Bref, pour sa génération, 3 langues et des études graduées étaient dans l'ordre des choses. En 2020, ce sera au tour d'Émilie et d'Alexandre, mes petits-enfants, présentement âgés de 10 et 12 ans, d'envisager leur avenir. J'espère de tout cœur qu'ils auront votre courage et qu'ils poursuivront, tout comme vous, leurs ambitions. Nous sommes ici réunis pour couronner vos efforts, votre dévouement et les apprentissages que vous avez emmagasinés, et je vous en félicite. Mais tout commence. Il s'agissait d'un passage et d'une initiation. Vous verrez au fil du temps, lorsque vous serez en termes de réalisation de vos rêves, comment ces années vous auront forgé, habilité à réfléchir, à analyser, à communiquer, mais surtout à agir. And it is here that I tie my career knowledge back to my childhood learnings. Education is our true wealth because it allows us to share, to participate, and to change the world. It is part of our common duty. My daughter refers to it as ensuring we are socially significant. Pour moi, j'ai toujours dit faire une différence. Évidemment, l'université est une pierre angulaire qui participe à notre succès. Être diplômé universitaire, cela permet de trouver un job rémunérateur, de répondre à nos responsabilités du quotidien, mais surtout de se réaliser, de relever des défis, de travailler avec une équipe de qualité au sein d'une organisation ou d'une entreprise aux larges ambitions, et vous verrez que l'on n'arrête jamais d'apprendre, de se découvrir et de croître. C'est là où se situe la véritable richesse dans la poursuite de ses rêves, de son idéal. Pour moi, ce qui fut passionnant, ce fut la conviction que le travail me permettait d'aller plus loin, de repousser des limites. Encore aujourd'hui, je sers avec fierté, énergie et détermination la cause qui me tient le plus à cœur, celle du développement économique du Québec, que ce soit à la Fédération ou chez Québécois. J'ai toujours mis mon ambition au service des organisations dans lesquelles j'ai œuvré. Ma satisfaction venait lorsqu'en équipe, nous avions franchi les limites, dépassé nos objectifs. Et, ne l'oublions pas, avions eu du plaisir à nous dépasser, malgré le dur labeur. Car sans plaisir, on ne va pas bien loin et travailler devient lourd à porter. Je vous souhaite d'aimer votre travail et la cause que vous défendrez. You will be surprised by the evolution of your career, because in a professional career, there is not always a linear progression. On the contrary, ou au contraire, growth comes from the risks taken, the challenges we choose to undertake, often unexpected and rarely planned. C'est là qu'on se découvre de nouvelles possibilités, de nouvelles rencontres, de nouvelles connaissances. Gardez toujours l'œil ouvert, soyez à l'affût des opportunités. Acceptez de vous tenir au bout du tremplin, de sauter, de vous mouiller un peu si nécessaire, et toujours par le travail, vous vous rendrez au rivage. La confiance dans vos possibles grandira alors, vous permettant d'aller encore plus loin. Ma grand-mère, la mère dont je parlais tout à l'heure, disait que seulement dans le dictionnaire, le succès vient avant travail. And it's the same in English. Success comes before work only in the dictionary. Et si j'ai eu la chance de relever de nombreux défis, toujours plus excitants et passionnants, ils m'ont souvent été proposés par des personnes rencontrées au fil de mes étapes professionnelles ou de mes engagements communautaires. J'ai toujours accordé une grande importance aux personnes, et c'est ainsi que j'ai cultivé mon réseau d'amis et de connaissances. J'ai changé de milieu de travail, de ville, mais toujours je suis restée en contact, et ce, bien avant Lincoln. Votre réseau est important. Il faut en prendre soin. Et vous verrez, c'est un petit monde, et seulement ensemble pouvons-nous découvrir de nouveaux horizons. Il faut faire comme le Petit Prince, créer des rendez-vous, des attentions, un mot, une rencontre. Vous avez une tête bien faite, comme disait Montaigne, et quelle que soit votre formation, elle est le fondement de votre action future. Vous choisirez vos chemins, vos équipes, les collègues avec lesquels vous pourrez réussir, mais aussi partager votre succès. I invite you to participate, to get involved, to give back. Take action. We need you, not only because I am part of the baby boomer generation, and you are la relève, but rich in learnings and diplomas, you have lots to contribute today and tomorrow. Do not deprive the community from your individuality. While your engagement may be entrepreneurial, philanthropic, social, community-focused, and even political, your contribution is the basis for our future. Get involved in the public debate. Your knowledge, your analytical skills, and your action are essential. We have enough spectators involved. Weekend debates among friends is a good exercise. However, many projects are awaiting your talents in order to flourish. Chers futurs collègues, j'ai très hâte de vous voir à l'œuvre. N'oubliez jamais les enseignements que vous aurez eu la chance de recevoir et surtout, aimez votre travail, faites-en votre passion, faites vibrer vos cordes sensibles tous les jours et partagez-le avec vos collègues. Mais n'oubliez jamais les personnes qui vous aiment le plus. Moi, c'est toujours ce que j'ai essayé de faire. Encore une fois, merci.
Dr. Bertrand, merci pour votre élocution. Beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. And now, class of 2013, the moment you've been waiting for. May I ask the provost to come for the conferring of degrees?
Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for the doctoral and doctorate degrees, for the master's and magisteriate degrees, and for the graduate diplomas and certificates in the John Molson School of Business. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Will the doctoral and doctorate, master and magisteriate, diploma and certificate candidates please stand?
By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the university, I admit each of you to the appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor and Baccalaureate degrees in the John Molson School of Business. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees. Will the Bachelor and Baccalaureate candidates please stand?
I see it's a spirited house today. By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the university, I admit each of you to the Bachelor or Baccalaureate degrees as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, it's an exciting day for our students and their families and friends. It is so rewarding to see the progress and achievements of our diverse and talented students. It's an extremely proud moment for Concordia's staff, faculty, and administration to see each of our students succeed and be recognized for their dedication since we've been part of the journey. In the past few moments, in just a few moments, our graduates will begin appearing on stage as soon as our staff has started cueing their names on a special computer program. Once everything is ready, you'll see our graduates approach this lectern where I'm standing, where we will read the name of each graduate. Each graduate will then walk across the stage and pause and stop at center stage to smile at our photographer, who's positioned to get your best possible souvenir of this moment. Students receiving master's and doctoral degrees will be greeted by Graham Carr, our Vice President, Research and Graduate Studies. Barring any unforeseen technical glitches, every student will also appear in glorious Technicolor on these giant screens on the stage. On the screens, you'll see every graduate's name, academic program, and any distinctions or awards she or he may have won. The final stage of our process is for each student to finish crossing the stage to the far side to receive their actual diploma and a well-deserved congratulations from the department or program chair and the dean of the John Molson School of Business, Stephen Harvey. Graduates will then be asked to return to their seats until all diplomas have been given. We ask that you remain to the end of the ceremony as a sign of respect for all of our deserving students. Speaking of respect, we encourage you to cheer and applaud for your graduate. However, I would ask for you to refrain from using horns, drums, or any other noisemakers. And as your graduate reaches center stage, please allow a pause for the focus to shift to our next graduate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm told we're ready to begin, so I will return to my place as we put the spotlight on our true stars of today, Concordia's new graduates.
I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Doctorate in Philosophy for Business Administration. Ashrafi Tanveer Hussain. Natalia Totskaya. Ying Zhang. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Science Administration. Rachel Banton. Serena Ellismar. Sain Godel. Jennifer Gutberg. Yuna Hong. Kathy Kitson. Just wait. Erica Leonard. Tina Poon. Yawi Wei. Wen Hao Xiao. Jing Zhang. Kong Zhu. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Graduate Diploma in Business Administration and Chartered Accountancy. Miguel Bernier. Su-Ying Chen. Pamela Chernis. Mohammed El Masri. Bahish Hamwi. Rim Coriel. Marie-France Leclerc. Gina Marbani. Andrew McMillan. Joseph Mubarak. Emily Knoll. Emily Nketia. Tiffany Parascio. Paisley Prevost. Erica Vukmanic. Tracy Walsh. Robin Wilson. Marina Yaburova. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Graduate Certificate in Business Administration and Management Accounting. Basrio Niang. Alain Villemere. Alejandro Bracho.
I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Commerce for the Department of Accountancy. Stephen Abruzzese. Rima Ahmed, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Rizwan Ahmed with distinction. Yasmin Ahmed, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Katira Akbari. Ziauddin Alami, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Valérie Allepin. Georgia Argiriou, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Normelinda Orina. Noor Mahmoud Awad. Juwaira Adil Awan. Michael Babikian with distinction. Tara Balevi with distinction. Jacqueline Bankley with distinction. Nicola Barlett. Alexandra Beccarini.
Aaron Patrick Belcher.
Aaron Patrick Belcher. Maria Alessandra Belmonte with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Muhammad Ali Benis. Suzanne Benjamin, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Joelle Bolofer. Sarah Boyes. Danielle Brissette Lalonde with distinction. Jason Brown. Zachary Brzezinski. Amanda Bulgarelli with distinction. Alfredo Calzolayo. Nicholas Capuano with distinction. Michael Kassir with distinction. Annalisa Ceccarelli with distinction. Maxime Seremarcou with distinction. Alexandre Chakachiro. Marcus Chalmers. Christina Chamelian. Kali Chan. Gong Chen with distinction. Yu He Chen with distinction. Kui Shin Cheng. Kevin Chufu. Yuri Chuckmeister. Simon Coder. Ronan Cohen. Adamo Coletti. Mark Conteduca. Christian Crossley. Jean-Sébastien Cyr, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Michael Dadoun. Tanya Dahdah, with distinction. Elvira Deyanova. Ben Danieli with distinction. Sude Darsari. Anthony De Carolis. Liana De Martinez. Evan De Pauli. Matthew Del Rossi. Benham Derakshani. Anastasia Destunis. Leah Destunis. Mario T. Teodoro with distinction. Fatoumata Seydi Diallo. Noemi Angeline Dibayola. Saman Diwan, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Carl Dominic. Chengun Du. Mara Dilan Wanda Dubao. Rose Elisanda Duplan. Randa El Marouk. Alison Allman with great distinction, winner of the Ross Medal for Accountancy awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in accountancy. Lane Evans with distinction. Anthony Ferrari. Alessandra Finocchiaro. Véronique Forger-Richard. Andriane Frechette with distinction. Dahai Fu. Saida Gadu Umaru. Charles Gazit with distinction. Katerina Georgalos with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Salma Gersi. Patrick Granger. Sindhuja Gunaratnam. Dan Ting Go. Lin Go. Michael Andrew Hamilton. Ramez Hanna. Yan Hao with distinction. Tisha Haynes with distinction. Yan Ling He. Guillaume Hébert with distinction. Brenda Ni Huang with distinction. Vit Wang. Anthony Wynn. Anthony Yacampo with distinction. Christopher Yanuzzi with distinction. Paolo Finocchiaro. Mireille Inema. Noriko Inomata. Andrei Ivlev with distinction, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Kenny James Bergeron. Marie-Dina Jean-Félix. Ro Jiang. Concordia, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Yu Yu Zhao. Yu Fei Jie with distinction. Leila Kabara with distinction. Akira Cameo with distinction. George Caralios. Devon Kennedy. Shama Khalid, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Hamza Khan. Tushar Khan. Dima Khoury with distinction. Samantha Cramo. Alexandre Lachaine. Jessica Lantier with distinction. Sébastien Lapointe. Christina Larson. Dustin Legister with distinction. Cheryl Lee, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Jessica Leitner with distinction. Amélie Lemelin with distinction. Caitlin Leonardis with distinction. Marco David Leon Rodas. Shu Li. Ting Liang. Giuseppe Libertella. Hannah Lise with distinction. Ji Sheng Liu. Liang Ying Liu. Ming Zhang Liu. Gladys Cecilia with distinction. Susan Savi Roslu. Jerry Lombardi. Yingbo Liu. Go Yi Lo. Derek McLean, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Tawsif Mahmoud. Tu Trang Mei. Saad Majid. Anthony Manny Harris with distinction. Sara Marcoliese. Lisa Martin with distinction, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Jackson Matthews. Jemima Mbombo. Eric McDonald with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Rahim Merali San Gabriel with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Angela Mickley. Irfan Moradi. Ana Morello. Alina Mrut. Guanan Mew. Patrick Murphy. Megan Murray. Vinos Navajivananta. Sibao Chong No. T. Tuet Nguyen. Patricia Nicolopoulos, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Shahab Osgan with distinction. Maria Andrea Pagayon. Sanjib Paul. Juliana Papandrea. Nicolas Pascarella. Mark Anthony Pasqua with distinction. Keyur Patel. Manish Patel. Philip Polez with distinction. Antonella Pecora. Mark Pequeno. Cynthia Perot-Gosselin. Claudia Perone. Benjamin Pic. Sukanya Pius. Ivan Radeitsky. Tamimur Rahman. Jennifer Reese. Joni Ann Ribaya. Bridget Robertson O'Kine. Yu Rong. Stephen Salhani. Sandeep Sandhu. Ajantya Sangarapillai. Sean Sara. Valerie Singh. Georgia Sfantos. Anastasia Shapareva. Tahir Sharif. Ziyad Sidawi. Shambori Su. Shantari Siu. Dembi Sinet Sin. Nishara Singaraja. Hardeep Singh with distinction. Miralan Sinature. Sha Wei Song. Yi Ning Song. Alexander Sorial. Mariama So. Felicia Marie Spadafino. Alison Spensieri with great distinction. Paul Sugarman. Alexander Su. Yuan Sun. Kapik Tang. Corey Tapp, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Amanda Tavares Esposito, with distinction. Wendy Gabriela Tello Pivaral. Daniela Tarino. Yan Yan Tian, with distinction. Yoram Kiemeleao. Sylvie Tran. Titu Hang Tran. William Tran, with distinction. Nikolaos Triantafilopoulos, with distinction. Anthony Trombetta. Nicholas Vachonji. Marine Vardanian. Lucas Favugios.
Hugo Verschuren.
Hugo Verschuren. Priya Veer. Melissa Vitale. Mikhail Vlasov. Fokmin Dukvo. Gulchin Walizada. Ji Wang. Jin Fang Wang. Wei Wang. Si Wang Wang, with distinction. Jared Wilknock. Yang Ki Zhu. Meng Yan. Yu Yang. Rebecca Yun Si Yuan. Ke Zhang. Ke Zhang, with distinction. Lu Chen Zhang. Chen Zhu.
I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Commerce for the Departments of International Business and Marketing. Nicolas Abou. Reem Al-Osani. Syed Amosh. Fatou Jobia Badian. Alison Beliski with distinction. Anthony Beluccio. Enes Benhuroma with distinction. Jamie Benchimal. Julien Pierre Bolduc. Serge Bokulian. Andrew Campbell with distinction. Roman Guillermo Castro. Kimberly Chan. Nicholas Constas. Bridget Crockford with distinction. Ana Lucia Quadra. Clinton D'Souza. Lara Despirito. Nadine Mansour. Abi Diallo with distinction. Mark Donahue with distinction. Sarah Alburi. Mona El Husseini. Asil Ezriki. Shannon Kathleen Gallant with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education, winner of the International Business Medal awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in international business. Karin Gervais. Melanio Koliobiowski. Carlos Gonzalez Urubio. Steve Gros, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Monica Haddad. Shirley Emin. Stephanie Sunshin Hopatuen. Brian Wen. Michael Fares Jabot with distinction. Jessica Gela. Miguel Jimenez. Pamela Cadas. Kamila Kowalski. Mustafa Karma. Chien-Pu Kuo. Marianne Leblanc. Richard Leskira. Guillaume Levadier. Yen Limien. Zeming Lo. Matika Meid. Kevin Manso with distinction. Alexandra Magulescu with distinction. Jason Mendez Duarte. Fan Miao Mong. Steve Matlej. Wendy Elizabeth Milligan with distinction. Kyle Mountain. Roslan Olivier. Tanya Oskanyan. Owen Peck. Roxandra Panta. Nicolas Penuala. Alexandra Fiziki. Yosmerki Quintero. Catherine Urwa with distinction. Madeleine Senlora Guerre with distinction. Annabelle Saint-Pierre Achambault. Fia Stobe. Tamar Takalian. Jingwan Tan. Linling Tang. Tuk Lon Tai, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Loic Tebej, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Anna Josefina Tornini, with distinction. Kengia Tran. Cédric Olivier Zeton. Aurélie Zeton. Valentin Vaya, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Alexandra Vardi. Ying Wang. Evan Wright. Melanie Yasfi. Noura Abbasi, with distinction. Fatin Abel Mouna. Gabriel Alaki. Alisa Antonacci, with distinction. Giselle Antoine. Chris Amos. Crystal Ashford. Joanna Bagdan. Vanessa Barberio. Joanie Beauchemin, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Ariane Bolio Sirwa, with distinction. Joanna Bonucci. Mason Beveridge. Emily Bokia. Colombe Beaumelaire. Warren Bodning. Stephanie Canavino. Adriano Cantelme. Amanda Capano. Stephen Caron. Adam Castongue, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Andrea Chung with distinction. Alexandros Constantino. Emma Louise Cantuit. Emily Costa Furtado with distinction. Kathleen May Cunningham with distinction. Anthony David Durbano. Michelle Dabora, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Sarah Dadoun. Kyle Dana. Luisa Daruca. Dominic Del Vecchio, with distinction. Vanessa De Frucia. Tanya Dinom Benkaran, with distinction. Tara Elashka. Dana El Alak, with distinction. Ahmad Elsa. Nicholas Falado. Gabriel Falati. Jennifer Kelly Flores. Alexandra Focas Bilodeau. Veronique Fortin. Valérie Fournier. Brian Fuchs. Tiffany Gadwa, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Audrey Gauthier Lafreniere, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Stephen Gutler. Anuj Gotra. David Greenberg. Rana Hamal. Hagup Hachidorian. Leanne Hevelink, member of Institute for Cooperative Education. Laura Hilderly, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Dear Hu. Marisa Johnson, with distinction. Sarah Kanolopoulos, with distinction. Paul Kazna. Tala Ann Kamis. Eric Kilpatrick. Andrew Kligman. Naiwe Ko, with distinction. George Kosivas. David Kovac. Stanislava Kulaksava-Zova. Anthony Lapara Santori. Jeffrey Lam. Marielle Langwa. Valérie Lavoie, with distinction. Courtney Lego, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Michelle Lemry, with distinction. Jacqueline Leonard Bodage. Jonathan Larry Mediati. Faizan Majid. Melanie Maki. Tara Marino. Katia Martin. Christina McCoy. Jessica Melkeson. Jocelyn Moffat, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. David G. Wung Nam. James Newman. Anik Ning Ching-Hwa, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Sophie Nguyen. Christina Nuccia. Monica Okruta. Juliet Oliver, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Zara Alam. Melissa Otoni. Olga Ovchinikova. Jonathan Pesho. Jacob Parial, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Caitlin Partridge. Ariana Pasidetti, with distinction. Greta Palez Heridia. Caroline Perro. Pamela Petkovic, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Laura Pham. Lauren Pensler, with distinction, winner of the Marketing Medal awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in marketing. Maxilene Pick. Evisa Pira. Alison Irvine. Andrian Russo. Emma Joan Rowan. Jack Sedek, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Matthew Salesiak. Saga Samimi. Marie Sandra Sanhai. Krista Sawaz. Alicia Marie Shena. Vanessa Shema, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Anthony Schitoni. Tanya Shisente. Kevin Saiter. Samantha Serio. Roderick Shin. Tamara Shuhaiba. Jonathan Smulders Cohen. Emily Snell. Valerie Sokolsky. Katarzyna Soleska. Josie Spina. Jordan Stuffmaker. Stuart Sullivan, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Pericles Theodoropoulos. Travis Towsley with distinction. Alexandre Tukat. Anna Vinitskaya with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Catherine Wallace. Ryan Waxman with distinction. Matthew Whetstone. Anika Williams. Daniel Wilson. Robert Sekarian. Alexandra Zanes.
Congratulations to all of you, and now for the prizes.
The Uma and Mahesh Sharma Graduate Award. The winner of the Uma Sharma Memorial Graduate Award, awarded to an MSc graduating student in consideration of a thesis in management or related discipline, judged to be of exceptional merit, is Sayin Godel, MSc Admin. The Joe Kelly Graduate Award. The winner of the Joe Kelly Graduate Award, awarded to a PhD graduating student in consideration of a thesis in management or a discipline, judged to be of exceptional merit, is Ashrafi Tanveer Hussain, PhD.
And now I would like to invite Ms. Annalisa Ceccarelli, BCom, to give the valedictory address.
President and Vice Chancellor Shepard, Vice Chairwoman Nadeau, Dr. Bertrand, distinguished guests and participants, fellow students, families, and friends, I am pleased to address you today on behalf of the graduating students. I feel both privileged and proud to be standing here today representing John Molson School of Business's graduating class of 2013. Graduation is a momentous occasion to be remembered for a lifetime, and I'm grateful that you can all be here to share with us in our celebration as a milestone has been achieved. Students have become young men and women, and overnight have become responsible for their future. We have gone from high school graduation to our scary first day in university to this graduation day, with our hopes and dreams of what we will become when we walk out of these doors for what may be the last time. However, we should look at this graduation as the start of a new novel rather than as the end of an old one. The beginning of a new adventure, which will be the most profound one of the graduate's life. Now we get a chance to use our skills, talents, and abilities and carve out our own style for the whole world, where we must remember that the individual who graduates today and stops learning tomorrow is uneducated the day after. That is why I ask that after each of you receive your diploma today, each and every single one of you reach for that dream every day of your life, for the world lies at our feet today. This accomplishment will not be our last, because the world of opportunity is open before us, as we had only dreamed or imagined it. There are no limits except the ones we place before ourselves. And for this, we thank JMSB, with its known reputation for excellence and student dedication. Congratulations on this important accomplishment. Although it took a lot of hard work on our part to make it here, we couldn't have done so without the behind-the-scene work from our parents. We thank them for always being there for us and encouraging, or as some of us like to refer to it, nagging, us to go all the way, because when you're married with kids and you're working full-time, it's going to be that much harder to get that oh so important piece of paper. At my house, my sister and I try to keep off the topic of school and grades as much as we possibly can, because you know this will only send our parents on what seems to be a memorized rant. I love you guys though. Ringraziamo I nostri nonni che ci hanno cresciuti, che erano sempre lì per accompagnarci a casa della scuola, che ci hanno fatto prendere i pisolini pomeridiani e che hanno fatto sicuro che abbiamo mangiato benissimo prima dei nostri presti giochi di calcio. Vi vogliamo tanto bene. We also take today as an opportunity to thank our friends, old and new, for their support, encouragement, and much-needed humor that got us through those dreaded group projects. And last, but certainly not least, the academic and administrative faculty. We thank you for your patience, skills, and creativity when it came time to teaching us what needed to be learned. Thank you for making Concordia University, specifically the John Molson School of Business, a distinguished academic institution that has presented us with opportunities for work, travel, and learning. I believe the four most valuable things we've learned in business school begin with our finance class, which has taught us that whenever we choose to invest our time or money, we're simultaneously choosing not to do everything else we could potentially do with that investment, whether it be buying groceries, quitting our day job, or taking a shot at the lottery. It's all about opportunity cost, right? We learned from economics that every price is ultimately arbitrary. So friends, for the future, when we're trying to sell something, say our house, we'll decide on a price, try to convince the purchaser that it's worth even more, and then adjust until someone buys. From management classes, we've learned the idea that every human interaction is influenced by the expectations that each party has going in. As my dad likes to call it, under-promising and over-delivering in life. And the fourth and last lesson has not been learned in a specific class, but rather after having gone through the entire undergraduate experience at JMSB. And this is the lesson of valuing ourselves. I'll use the comparison of owning a Lamborghini, but not a driver's license. It looks nice and shiny in the driveway, but we're really not getting any value out of it unless we put on our best shades and take it out for a ride. So today, we take that piece of paper that we've earned and we show the world who's boss by making something of ourselves and striving to keep getting better. Our voice, contributions, capabilities, and our independence are ours by right. They'll never be given to us. We have to take them by actually believing in ourselves, no matter if anyone says otherwise. At a point in time, the thought of oral presentations absolutely terrified me. But now I am standing here today in front of all of you, humbled and honored to be valedictorian, where I can say that personally, I have come a long way, as I know we all have. But I stand here not by myself. I was molded by my environment, my experiences, and by all of my peers sitting here. I could not have accomplished this without all of you, who have made me the person that I am today. It was all of you who were my competition, yet my backbone. In that way, we are all valedictorians. Nous avons été confrontés par des obstacles dans le passé, et nous ferons face sûrement à d'autres défis pendant que nous nous déplaçons par nos vies. Mais ce que nous avons tous en commun est la fierté. Nous sommes fiers de qui nous sommes et de ce que nous avons accompli à l'Université Concordia en étant présents aujourd'hui. We must carry this with us by taking pride in everything we do for the rest of our lives. Because, my fellow graduates, we did it. And as we prepare to disperse and to begin the next phase of our lives, be it through continuing on in our educational journey at the university or moving on to the real world to start our life, I wish you all the greatest of success in your future endeavors. I am now supposed to say farewell to this institution, those who maintain it, and those who stand with and behind me, but I hope this farewell is more of a see you later. Because no matter how unique everyone's experiences at the school have been, they are to some extent a collective experience, with the John Molson School of Business being the root of our success. For this, we are forever grateful and will remember and give back to Concordia University when we are working as financial planners, professional accountants, entrepreneurs, consultants, or marketers. But first, we celebrate, for as Aristotle once said, the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. This day is one in a lifetime. It is a day to celebrate our accomplishments. It is a day to look into the past with comfort, to the present with success, and to the future with hope. My fellow graduates, I hope that you have all been inspired to move on into the world and be the best that you can be. Thank you for your attention, and thank you, Concordia University. We'll miss you.
So, Ms. Ceccarelli, I don't think I've ever heard a valedictory address that mentioned both Aristotle, sounding very learned, and Lamborghinis, getting some of us very excited. And I hope it is a see you later and not a goodbye. You're always welcome back. Annalise Ceccarelli. And now we're almost at the end. May I ask on Provost Ostigi for some final remarks?
Colleagues, dear friends and members of the graduating class, Mesdames et Messieurs, merci d'être venus en si grand nombre pour partager avec nous la joie de nos diplômés. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the accomplishments and the success of the class of 2013. Graduates, many faculty and staff at Concordia have supported you along the path towards today. If they're not in the audience, they are here in spirit, perhaps even watching the ceremony live on our website. Some may be doing this in the middle of the night, half the world away, because it is indeed a special moment. Let your family and friends know that they can watch the webcast of this ceremony because it's archived, so you can watch it later. You and we at the university owe your family and friends a lot. For now, I invite you to stand up, turn around, and join me in saying a heartfelt thank you to your family and friends and all those who have helped you reach this milestone. In just a moment, you'll be able to celebrate with your family members. Graduates, Concordia University will always be here for you, and the John Molson School of Business will always be your home. And we want you to stay connected. As graduate students, if you choose to stay on or return, as parents of future Concordia students, as alumni, you play an important role in supporting our students and in promoting the reputation of our great university. I thank you all for joining us today, and I invite you to follow us out and have a vin d'honneur in the foyer. Thank you very much.